Hey everyone, it's Majori here from the Priestess, and we are going to be unboxing today the True Oracle of Nostradamus, which was reprinted and recreated by Travis McHenry. So let's get into the deck. So I'm really excited about this deck because as a tarot practitioner for over 10 years, I'm always looking to expand my practice and offer new things for my clients, as well as to always continue to learn and dive into the art of tarot and divination. So I was really excited when Travis McHenry took on this voyage to recreate this deck that hasn't been reprinted since 1911. So it is an honor and just a privilege to be able to have this deck and just be a witness of the magic of the Nostradamus in modern times. And I really feel like Travis deserves all the rewards because it's just been incredible to watch him share his journey on how he recreated this deck. And Nostradamus was a real person. He was a famed astrologer back in the 1500s for Queen Catherine Medici, which was, kind of infamous back in the day, but he was one of the most profound astrologers of the time, and also an oracle, had a lot of clairvoyant abilities, like premonitions. He was just beyond. And over time, this was kind of what he used to help give readings to the court and royalty, and it was eventually created into a deck over 100 years ago. So there's a lot of rich history on the Nostradamus that I definitely would recommend taking a deep dive into, especially if you are a tarot reader, an astrologer, any type of divination practitioner. Definitely I think it is important to learn about Nostradamus and his wisdom. But this deck is it's so incredible and so cool, and I can't believe I have it in my hands. The main things that was repurposed for this deck was the colors, and Travis did an incredible job bringing the vibrancy back into this deck. And we have here some of the images that you see in the cards, and then in the back we have a little description about the Nostradamus, as well as some of the cards here. And I love that the deck box has the little holes for your fingers. You can just easily lift it, because it's been a struggle sometimes opening up decks and it doesn't have that. So I really appreciate that part of the design element. And I have here the booklet, which really is important because Nostradamus is a deck that isn't really popular right now. It's coming back into popularity thanks to Travis, but I would recommend reading this because if you are reading for clients, it's important to know what the meanings of the cards are, because it's way different than tarot. It's not always going to be a complete replica of tarot. I have here just a simple guidebook, which, I appreciate. Again, as you know, I'm not a huge guidebook person, but I do think this is very important, especially since this deck is not super popular, to have the guidebook so you can read it and understand the cards. Yes, there's going to be cards like some of the traditional major arcana. There's going to be the Fool card. There's going to be the Wheel of Fortune, Justice. It's interesting that the Fool is actually at the end of the major arcana instead of the beginning, like you would see in a traditional tarot deck. There's also minor arcana that has completely different cards than the original minor arcana of tarot. This is more so like Solitude, Masquerade, the Monk, the Scientist. Those are the descriptions of the minor arcana. So the guidebook's great, very simple, very clear to understand and read. We have here the deck of cards, traditional size, love it. And the quality of the cardstock, I think, is great. I really do like the texture of it. I think it's great for the shuffle, which we're going to shuffle our bridge. You know me. So this is the True Oracle of Nostradamus. I'm so honored that I own this deck, and I really appreciate Travis taking the time to recreate this deck and bring it into the 21st century. This is a deck that will help expand your tarot and divination practice. It's also really great for your clients as well. So support Travis's work, get this deck. You will not be disappointed. And